A picture-perfect day here in Sydney, Australia. The men have had their chance on the course. Now it's the women. A clean start, and as usual, it's generally a very strong, dominating U.S. team in the water. And with Laura Bennett, Sarah Haskins, and Sarah Gruff, you have to believe that all three of those women will likely be in the top 6 by the end of the swim. And already right in the middle of the field, that is Laura Bennett, who is going out incredibly fast. 21-degree water temperature, no wetsuits. Look at that iconic shot, the Opera House and the bridge in the backdrop. And that is Laura Bennett with Sarah Haskins behind her, and the women still very tightly bunched as they come around the 300-meter mark of this 1,500-meter swim. Fantastic swimming by the 3-time World Championship medalist, Laura Bennett. Just behind her, the World Champion silver medals from 2008, Sarah Haskins. But very tightly bunched into the transition zone, about 15 or 16 women. We'll see whether or not they're able to get that small gap on the hill that they were looking for. Bennett first out onto the bike. She'll have a teammate side by side. We can see the likes of Lisa Norden coming into the transition area. That's Kathy Tremblay right there from Canada. And quickly, Haskins with her head down, doing a tremendous amount of bike work. We've seen that from her in the past, but by the looks of this much larger pack, you can tell that they have not been able to get away. The hill each time about 25 or 30 seconds, not long enough for a significant breakaway. There's Emma Moffat, last year's world champion. She had a bit of a shoulder problem with a crash about 8 weeks ago and still just coming back in rehab, so she's got to be pleased to find herself into that lead group early on the bike. A few of the top names missing in the chase pack include Frantova and Kiyomi Nawada, the woman who raced here in 1996. But as we come towards the end of this 8-lap, 40-kilometer bike through the downtown streets of Sydney, Australia, it is going to come down to the run for sure, as we've got about 27 or 28 women coming into the transition zone. 4 times up the hill on the run. It's a slightly different course than used back in 2000. As we saw in the men's course, very difficult run times. Lisa Norden right there. She's missed a bit of early season training, and we'll see what kind of run fitness she has. Kathy Tremblay first out of the transition zone. There's Emma Moffat, the woman who finished 2009 with a victory in the Gold Coast. Debbie Tanner also heading off onto the start of that run, and very quickly now Emma Moffat starting to push the pace, coming up onto the shoulder of Lisa Norden. And Barbara Ramirez from Chile sitting into that lead group of 5 looks absolutely terrific. The downhill section on this run course will start to work on the legs of these women, but Rivera is showing fantastic fitness. She's already had 2 wins already in South America. Coming down Macquarie Street, and it's Rivera starting to pull away right there from Andrea Hewitt. And as we come to the final corner, Rivera's making the move. There's Emma Moffat in second. Third place, Andrea Hewitt. They're onto the blue carpet. We have never had an athlete from Chile ever win a world championship medal before. Rivera's getting the magic done here in Sydney, and it is Andrea Hewitt coming up just a bit short. Emma Moffat taking third. What an incredible final run, but the day belongs to Rivera's.
Yeah, well, definitely. I'm pretty happy. You know, it was a really exciting race. I love to be here. I was a bit struggling the day before the race. I went to South America for the South American game, and I get just last Wednesday, and was really long trip, and just maybe 2 days ago I start to feel a bit better. I get really tired, and it was really hard to get to the last session of the week, so I'm pretty happy to perform as well as I did today, so I'm very happy, and you know, it's great to be here. I feel like at home. Many friends from Wollongong, where I used to live, come up here and watching me, and it's a great gift for them.
Yeah, I managed to stay in there on the run and keep up, and this year is a really great start to the year.
I'm actually really happy with that. It was a close finish, so yeah, I was just happy, I guess, to be there in the swim, up there in the ride, and yeah, I felt pretty good on the run. It was just the downhill, I think, that got me.
Much was made of your injury before you came into the race, but it didn't look like it affected you too much. You're there in the run and you're surging a lot.
Yeah, I guess I surprised myself a little bit in the swim. I was a bit further up than I thought, which made the bike a little bit easier. So yeah, set me up for a pretty good run.